Hey everyone, welcome back to Quantum Comic. Today we're diving deep, and I mean really deep, into one of the most fascinating issues in recent DC storytelling. This is Absolute Wonder Woman number 13, written by Kelly Thompson, and honestly, this one's got everything. Magic, mythology, mystery, and that classic emotional conflict that makes Diana so compelling. Now, if you've been following this series, you already know Wonder Woman's been through a lot lately. She's escaped impossible mazes, faced cosmic forces, and used all kinds of magic along the way. But here's the question that's been hanging over everything since issue number 1. What's the price of that magic? And maybe even scarier, who's paying it? Let's find out. The calm before the storm. So a story begins with something we rarely see in Wonder Woman comics. Peace. For once, Diana isn't in battle. She isn't saving anyone or facing gods. She's just resting. Inside the Chiron, the sanctuary in Gateway City, Diana sits in a quiet study room. Books, scrolls, and candlelight fill the space. It's calm, cozy, almost like a library tucked away from the chaos of the world. Across from her sits Barbara Minerva. Yeah, that Barbara. The same woman who was once the cheetah. But right now, she's more scholar than villain. The two share tea and old legends, flipping through ancient tomes like two professors after hours. Barbara points to a painting, a gorgeous, almost ethereal depiction of Paradise Island, also known as Themyscira. She smiles, saying softly, "Obviously, this is just an artist's interpretation. But tell me, Diana, how do you imagine it?" There's a long pause. Diana's hand hovers over the painted coastline. Her fingers trace the shimmering blue sea. "For me," she says quietly, "it was ever-changing." Her voice is soft, almost mournful. She explains that in her early years, even the word Amazon was forbidden where she lived. Circe, the sorceress who raised her, believed that speaking it out loud would be dangerous. Apollo's ban was more than law, Diana recalls. It was a trap. There were ears everywhere. Even a goddess like Hecate feared who might be listening. Barbara listens closely, her eyes sharp but kind. "So you never learned about your people?" Diana shakes her head. "No, but deep down, I always knew I came from somewhere else, that I lost something. The idea of home, it kept shifting in my mind, taking the shape of whatever I was studying." Barbara leans back in a chair, smiling slightly. "You know, the way you think is unique, beautiful even. I wonder if that's because of who you are or how you were raised." Diana tilts her head confused. "Can such things be separated?" Barbara laughs. "Like I said, unique." The room feels warm, safe. But that calm doesn't last, because suddenly, the peace is shattered by a loud alarm blaring through the halls. A voice echoes, "Breaking news! Massive explosion reported in Reno, Nevada." Diana immediately rises from her chair. Her expression turns from serene to determined in a heartbeat. "Forgive me, Barbara. We'll have to continue this later," she says, already moving toward the exit. Within seconds, the doors of the Chiron burst open, and Wonder Woman leaps into the night sky, her armor gleaming under the moonlight. Barbara rushes outside, staring at the golden streak vanishing into the clouds. Steve Trevor steps beside her, watching too. "What's going on?" Barbara asks. Steve sighs. "Diana had me connect the Chiron to live international news. Whenever there's a crisis, it alerts her automatically." Barbara chuckles under her breath. "Clever, assuming it doesn't drive her mad." Shadows over Reno. Moments later, Diana's soaring over the glowing skyline of Reno, Nevada. Below her, chaos reigns. Fire, debris, flashing sirens. Emergency crews are everywhere, helping survivors out of what used to be a casino. TV cameras point upward as someone shouts, "It's Wonder Woman!" She lands amidst the wreckage, scanning the area. And right away, something feels off. Her instincts tingle, a darkness nearby, invisible but heavy. Then, from the corner of her eye, she sees it. A spark. A strange shimmer of energy in the rubble. As she steps closer, an overwhelming urge hits her. The desire to fight, to destroy. That's not Diana. That's not who she is. But she feels it. The rage, the hunger. The spark begins to take shape, morphing into a humanoid figure. Flickering, unstable, but powerful. It lunges at her. Without thinking, Diana draws her battle axe and swings, the motion quick, instinctive, almost primal. Her mind races. Strange, she thinks. It's unlike me to reach for a weapon so quickly. She stops mid-strike, lowers her axe, and tries to speak. Apologies, she says softly. I didn't mean to escalate this. Can you understand me? But before the creature can respond, it attacks again, a bolt of lightning shooting straight into her chest. The energy courses through her body, lighting up her veins. She screams, falling to one knee, her teeth gritted in pain. But she's Wonder Woman. She won't fall that easily. She mutters an incantation, ancient words of protection, and the energy dissolves from her body like mist. The creature shrieks, part pain, part fury, and lashes out again. Diana hurls her axe. It slices through the air, but passes right through the creature like smoke. It screams again, a sound full of hate, and suddenly, waves of emotion flood Diana's mind. Rage, despair, fear. She stumbles backward as the building begins to collapse. Moments later, the entire casino crumbles down. When the dust settles, Diana claws her way out of the rubble, bruised but alive. But the creature, gone, vanished. The return and reflection. Back at the here and now, Steve Trevor is waiting. Diana walks in, covered in dirt and exhaustion, and recounts everything. The attack, the energy, the uncontrollable emotions. Steve listens silently, then nods. People at the scene said they felt something too, like they wanted to fight or destroy things, like the energy infected them. Diana nods slowly. Yes, I felt it as well. Steve pulls on his coat. I've been called back to base. I'll check in when I can. He leaves. And Diana heads deeper into the hearing. There, in front of a flickering fireplace, sit Barbara, Ida, and Gia, her closest companions in this era. They're surrounded by books, maps, and research. And for once, Diana allows herself to sit down and breathe. Barbara slides another book across the table. Look at this, she says. The image shows Amazons locked in battle against a massive sea creature. Historians found armor, weapons, even body parts, Barbara explains. But no complete skeletons, no skulls. Some scholars think Amazons never left their dead behind. Others think they couldn't be killed at all. Ia leans forward. Wait, so they were immortal? Diana looks at the fire, her eyes distant. I don't know. I never knew my people, or their true history. But before anyone can say more, that alarm goes off again. Diana stands, already moving. Another one. She slips her armor back on and flies out once more. Fire and fury! This time, she travels halfway across the world to La Paloma, Uruguay. A lighthouse burns like a torch by the sea. Diana raises her hand, chants softly, and rain begins to pour. Storm clouds gather from nothing, drowning the flames in seconds. The firefighters cheer and thank her, but one points toward the city. There's another fire! Diana takes off again. But this time, the darkness hits first. The energy being reappears, striking like lightning and sending her flying backward into the sand. By the time she rises, it's gone again. And that pattern repeats. The Dominican Republic, Mexico, Hawaii. Every time she arrives, destruction. Every time she fights, the energy vanishes. And with each encounter, the darkness inside her grows. She feels it clawing at her mind, whispering, tempting. Finally, back at the Hieron, she drops into a chair exhausted. It's infuriating, she groans. It's bringing out the worst in me. Barbara and the others exchange a look. We've been working on something, Barbara says. Ida runs in, waving her phone. We found a pattern. She points to a list of locations. Every site, Reno, La Paloma, the others, they're all former Amazon battlefields. Diana's eyes widen. Reno too? Ida nods. That casino that burned down was called Paradise Island, another name for Themyscira. Diana smiles faintly. Brilliant work, Ida. Ida grins, already moving toward the next project. I'm making a crime board. Barbara smirks. And I'm gonna win a Pulitzer. For a brief moment, laughter fills the Chiron again. But beneath it, Diana feels a familiar chill. Something isn't right. The price of power. Later, while her friends work, Diana walks alone into the garden. The air is cool and silent. She kneels beneath a great tree, a sacred one, and begins to pray. Barbara watches from the doorway. What's she doing? She whispers. Gia, standing beside her, answers quietly. All magic has a price, Barbara. And the kind Diana uses, the price can be heavy. It can be anything. Years of a life, her memories, was something worse. They both fall silent, watching her prey. Minutes later, Diana returns to the main chamber, and the sight that greets her is impressive. The floor is completely covered with a massive map. Pins, string, notes, and symbols everywhere. "Oh my," she says, half smiling. "You've all been very busy." Ida grins proudly. "We think it's attacking populated areas now. Before, it was remote battlefields, ones no one would notice. But before anyone can react, the alarm sounds again. This time, the location makes everyone freeze. Delphi, Greece. The final battle begins. Diana wastes no time. In moments, she's soaring across the Aegean, the wind roaring in her ears. When she lands in Delphi's ancient amphitheater, the moonlight cuts through the fog, and the creature is already waiting. It knows she's coming. The air is electric, thick with tension and dark energy. Diana can feel it. The whispers, the temptations, the anger crawling into her thoughts. Her grip tightens around her sword. "Let's end this quickly, shall we?" Lightning cracks. The being lunges, and their clash sends shockwaves through the ruins. Trees shatter, marble cracks, and Diana is thrown across the field, slamming into the side of a mountain. She gasps for air, struggling to rise. For a moment, she wants to give up. The voice inside her head whispers, "You can't win. You should surrender." But she shakes her head violently. "Fool," she hisses. It's the darkness that whispers in your ear. Then, something clicks. Gia's words echo in her mind. All magic has a price. Diana's eyes widen. Slowly, she realizes the truth. She stands, sword glowing faintly in her hands. Her voice trembles, not with fear, but understanding. "This creature, it's not separate from me," she whispers. "It's the price. The cost the world pays for my return." The creature steps out of the shadows, and this time, its shape is clear. It's her, a dark mirror of Wonder Woman, identical armor, glowing red eyes made of pure negative energy. The embodiment of her power's debt. Quantum Judgment. And that, my friends, was the complete story of Absolute Wonder Woman number 13 by Kelly Thompson. What a ride, right? This issue wasn't just action. It was mythology and psychology combined. We've always known that Wonder Woman's magic and divine power come from a place of balance, creation and destruction, light and shadow. But here, we'll finally see what happens when that balance breaks. The world itself starts to pay the price. And now, Diana must face the one enemy that might truly understand her, because it is her. I love how Kelly Thompson handles this. The pacing, the inner dialogue, the symbolism. Every page reminds us that Diana isn't just a warrior. She's a goddess trying to live in a broken world, carrying both hope and consequence. So what did you think of Absolute Wonder Woman number 13? Do you think this dark version of Diana represents her guilt, her power, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your theories. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next issue's story. Because trust me, the next chapter looks even darker. Until next time, stay curious, stay powerful, and as always, this.